Hey, see everything around that airport? It's all going to be new. Well, I mean, not the runways and not the brick and mortar stuff, but everything that makes that airport cook is going to be brand spanking new. The Secretary of Transportation announced the plans for a new world-class ATC system, and I have very mixed feelings about it. Let's talk about it. The circumstance, the symbolism, and the President of the United States calling in by cell phone. We witnessed a masterclass on politics and establishing the national priority, honoring the families of the Washington National mid-air tragedy with positive action. And every trade association in attendance, every union leader, congressional leaders, all in full support. The plan is for a new, and let's be really clear, this is no resto mod, but a brand new air traffic control system that'll replace telecommunications at 4,600 sites, 25,000 new radios, 475 new voice switches, replace 618 radars, increase runway safety capability at 200 airports, build 6 new air traffic en route centers, and implement a brand new front-end and back-end automation platform for towers, TRACONs, and en route centers. The new secretary can only do so much. He certainly can't and shouldn't engineer the solution, but he can get the money and the framework in order to execute. And he has asked Congress for both. He asked for the money up front, or it is a no-go. That request is a big deal, as it alleviates a constant problem and excuse for not doing anything. Continuing resolutions, limited availability of funds, budget uncertainty, all while trying to keep an operational system safe, just makes it too hard to attempt to modernize. So with the support that we saw at this event, he is absolutely sure to get it. What congressman is going to stand in the way of making our nation's airspace system world-class on the heels of awful tragedies? The money is going to be on its way. He also asked for permit relief, something after recovery from Hurricane Helene and Milton I know a little bit about. What a pain. Okay, when you're going to put in new buildings, new radars, avoiding long and painful administrative environmental issues just allows the FAA to go fast. Hopefully not irresponsibly, but at least be able to go fast. And I think he'll get that too. Maybe not a blanket waiver, but some responsible framework that makes the plan doable. If Congress acts, and that is a small if, and more like when, there is no clawing this back. The entire community is committed to helping get the money and implementing Air Traffic Control 47 at the speed of light. Well done, Mr. Secretary, well done. So now, you get the money, you get permitting relief, and you're going to get that new AT system delivered like a New York pizza. Yeah, that's my point, and where my mood changes a lot. And it's not necessarily bad, I just don't see the how. The money shows up in the equation, the money shows up, a miracle happens, and we're all happy. I'm not, kind of not buying that yet. Yeah, granted, most of the specific programs have been on the books for years, and the plan is for super acceleration. Those things I can see happen. That's about establishing solid supply chain, solid US manufacturing capability. We can do this. But things like voice switches, well, the FAA directed an award already, which is a great start, to the same companies that actually lost the competition several years ago. And the winner of that won that competition was terminated after they lost control of the requirements trying to deliver the system. Yes, the devil's in the details, and I don't see yet how the environment changes where you can be successful. And for a new common automation system, which I think is absolutely necessary and, well, I consider it to be the Holy Grail, well, that is just plain awesome. None of the current cornerstone contractors at the FAA's in the ATC system automation world have such an offering. Not RTX, not Leidos, not L3 Harris, but those systems are out there. Travel across the Atlantic pond and you find them. You find them at Indra, Thales, Leonardo. We would be buying what every other country has. It's not world class, it would be world the same. So how do you do that? I mean, it could be a great start. I don't think the same is necessarily bad. It could be extremely good because once you have a brand new established system, we can build on it together, as we should have plenty of resources and the talent and capability, certainly, in the community to do so. But I am craving more details. I am super excited about the prospect. I just want to know more. I want to know more. The president mentioned a single contractor in his cell phone conversation. And I like that move a lot. One place for accountability, and certainly the Tier 1 aerospace and defense contractors have the capability and resources to get that job done. But in the case of the FAA, each one of them has a checkered past of success. Lockheed Martin, RTX, Northrop Grumman, General Dynamics, all have worked with the FAA, all have delivered systems at the FAA, and have limited success in their modernization efforts. Hopefully that can change. It is all very, very risky, but it is definitely worth trying. And already the Secretary has done his part. Now, the FAA needs to move forward, and let's face it, any movement forward is better than we've been for nearly 2 decades. Now, the rest of the team needs to show us the way and make sure that this whole thing, chasing the Holy Grail, doesn't turn into a Monty Python movie. So, extremely exciting, challenging, overall an absolutely fantastic day for our country. And we finally have unity, and we need to keep that together for a little while longer so we can see that plan. Incredible timing that just a couple days prior to this announcement, Newark air traffic controllers are subject to a radar outage for about 90 seconds. And by the way, they had another 90-second outage just after the announcement of the new world-class ATC system plan. It hit United Airlines and the traveling public really hard. Not just the 90 seconds, and radars and comm linkages to that sector of airspace have been unstable ever since the move of the airspace from New York TRACON to Philadelphia TRACON in an attempt to help the staffing crisis in New York. But what really is impacting things today and right into the summer is that 25 controllers went on traumatic leave as a result. And United wound up having to cancel a whole bunch of flights, and those flights are still canceled. The whole route structure has changed. The fallout of the outage is worse than the actual impact of the outage itself. Certainly a new ATC system should resolve this kind of issue. Higher availability, better backups, soft fails, but instability during new system transition is something we have to consider. And although there are procedures in place, losing staff as a result can be a bigger problem than the actual events themselves. And the FAA is going to need to figure out some kind of plan to make sure that we can tolerate the movement to a higher availability system. Other than just shutting down airports and shutting down airspace, let me know what you think in the comments below about how we should handle such instability. I want to give a big shout out to TSA at Washington Dulles. They stopped a traveler from bringing a utility blade through security. The blade wasn't in a regular utility knife mechanism, and it wasn't in their carry-on or anything like that. It was hidden in the flip-flop. Here's a shot of that. It was concealed in the sole of the flip-flop, underneath the cushioning. I mean, this isn't like somebody was walking along and stepped on a pop-top and then it picked it up on their shoe. No, 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 no. This was actually concealed in their flip-flop. The story ends with TSA confiscating the blade and then letting the passenger go, continuing on your flight. Now, they could levy a fine up to $2,700, $2,750 if you're a repeat offender. But you do something like this one time, are you kidding me? Anyway, my question is, why are they not handling this like that person is a terrorist? Come on, box cutters were used on September 11th. And this isn't one of those things that, oh, I forgot I was bringing my sword from Disney World in my backpack. No way. This was a concealed weapon, trying to get through a very important dividing line between where you can have things like that and where you're not going to have things like that. Thanks, TSA, for your diligence, but we really need a stronger response to these things. That's ridiculous. As always, I want to thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe and the notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Congressional support. Ah, shit. Increased safety, runway safety capabilities at over 200 air. Ah, shit. Now the secretary can only do so. I can't read that. Shit. This is not working for me.